Objectives. After listening to this lecture, you'll be able to identify the prevalence of the problem with inactivity and obesity, components of fitness, benefits of physical activity, and you'll be able to identify guidelines of physical activity for children. Prevalence of the problem. It's no secret that we have a problem with inactivity and obesity in this country. Nearly 2 out of every 3 adults in the U.S. are overweight or obese. Health experts have estimated that the number of deaths from obesity, overweight, and physical inactivity is more than the number killed by pneumonia, motor vehicle accidents, and airline crashes combined. Participation in all types of physical activity declines dramatically throughout the adolescent years. Regular participation in the 12 to 13 age group has reported to be 69%. Only 38% of their 18 to 21-year-old counterparts report similar physical activity patterns. Nearly half of all youth in the 12 to 21 age group do not engage in physical activity on a regular basis. Components of fitness. Whether we're talking about children, adolescents, or adults, there are 4 general elements of physical fitness that are health-related or have been demonstrated to have health benefits. Cardiorespiratory or aerobic endurance, which refers to the ability of the cardiovascular system, the heart, the blood vessels, and the lungs, to utilize oxygen efficiently. Muscular strength and endurance. Muscular strength refers to the amount of force you can exert, and muscular endurance refers to the ability to use your muscles over time without getting tired. Flexibility, which refers to the range of movement of joints and involves the ability to bend, stretch, and twist. Body composition, which refers to the percentage of fat in the body. Benefits. Exercise can dramatically improve all 4 of the components of fitness. There are tons of benefits of engaging in physical activity on a regular and consistent basis. Everyone knows that exercise is good for you, and that's absolutely right. Exercise is actually one of the best things, if not the best thing, you could do to your body. But do you know exactly why exercise is so physically healthy? It's true that during exercise, you are actually putting your body through the stress response, increased heart rate, blood pressure, etc. But after so many weeks of exercising, you actually have a lower resting heart rate, blood pressure, etc. Physiological benefits. Here are just a few of the long-term physiological benefits of exercise. Increased efficiency of the heart muscle. Stroke volume refers to the amount of blood that the heart is able to pump with each beat, and cardiac output refers to the amount of blood that's pumped within a 1-minute count. Exercise increases stroke volume, which thereby increases cardiac output. Decreased resting heart rate. Your heart becomes stronger and is able to pump out more blood with each beat, so it doesn't have to work as hard, meaning it doesn't have to beat as many times because of increased efficiency of the heart. Decreased resting blood pressure. Your blood pressure obviously increases during a single bout of exercise, but after so many weeks of exercising, your blood pressure at rest drops below what it was before you began exercising. This may be correlated with your increased stroke volume and cardiac output. Decreased muscle tension. As with blood pressure, your muscle tension obviously increases when you exercise, but again, after exercise ends, your level of muscle tension may be lower than what it was before you exercised. Better quality of sleep. Studies have shown that you're able to enter REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep sooner and for a longer period of time if you exercise on a regular and consistent basis. Increased resistance to colds and illness. The strength of your immune system actually decreases during each bout of exercise, but increases after so long of exercising. Increased tolerance to heat and cold. Exercise helps your body regulate its temperature. Decreased serum levels of cholesterol and triglycerides. During a single bout of exercise, your cholesterol and triglycerides increase, but they decrease after so long of exercising. Decreased percent body fat. After about 15 minutes of aerobic exercise, which is considered to be continuous rhythmic movement such as walking or going on a Stairmaster, your body uses almost all stored fat as energy, especially if the activity is at a low intensity. If you exercise at a high intensity, such as running if you're not used to running, your body uses glycogen, which is stored carbohydrates, because that's the most easily and readily available source of energy. You have to be exercising at a low intensity and for longer than 15 minutes for your body to go to the fat stores. Decrease bone demineralization. Studies have shown that our bones become stronger and don't deteriorate nearly as fast if you are physically active. Unfortunately, most people think of calcium when they think of strong bones. Calcium does play an important role in developing and maintaining strong bones, but without exercise, the calcium isn't absorbed. So exercise is just as important as calcium for strong bones. Decreased rate of aging. If exercise prevents deterioration of bones, then it's no surprise that exercise has been shown to decrease the overall rate of aging. People who are physically active throughout their lives, especially into their golden years, tend to age much slower than sedentary or inactive people. Increased longevity. If exercise decreases the rate of aging, then it's no surprise that exercise has been shown to increase longevity. Studies have shown that those who are physically active throughout their life live longer, and because of the decreased rate of aging, they have a better quality of life too. These physiological benefits are just a few drops in the bucket of all the physiological benefits that are associated with exercise. Exercise is incredibly healthy for your body. Psychological benefits. Exercise is incredibly healthy for your mind as well as your body, and provides some very powerful psychological benefits. Studies show that exercise is a practical way to treat emotional problems of daily living. From depressed people in Madison, Wisconsin, to driven type A's in California and anxious students at Harvard, exercising is proving its healing power. Some say aerobic exercise is the psychological equivalent of vitamin C. When thinking about the mind-body connection, most people put the mind first. Psychosomatic medicine has focused on how the mind can heal the body. Now, psychiatrists and psychologists are asking the opposite question: how can working out the body soothe the mind? Here are just a few of the psychological benefits that have been shown to be associated with exercise. Increased perceptions of acceptance by others. Similarly, studies have shown that people who exercise on a regular and consistent basis seem to also have a higher level of self-esteem, despite their appearance and whether or not they fit into society's view of attractiveness. Decreased feelings of depression and anxiety. This is an immediate as well as a long-term psychological benefit of exercise. In other words, a single bout of exercise has been shown to decrease depression and anxiety, in addition to long-term exercise. Decreased overall sense of stress and tension. Greater sense of overall well-being. Behavioral benefits. In addition to physiological and psychological benefits, exercise has been shown to have behavioral benefits. Decreased alcohol consumption. Studies have shown that people who exercise on a regular and consistent basis tend to drink less. This may be due to the fact that those who exercise typically tend to be more concerned with their health than sedentary or inactive people. Decreased overeating. Studies have also shown that people who exercise regularly may find that they can more easily give up overeating, which they had previously used to deal with stress. Benefits for children and youth. A huge majority of the preceding benefits are associated with children and youth as well as adults. But here are results of some studies specifically documenting the benefits of exercise to children and adolescents. Physical activity is associated with improved academic outcomes for students. School-based physical activity programs have been linked to improved concentration, better test scores on math, reading, and writing skills, and reduced disruptive behavior. Participation in vigorous physical activity has been associated with improved student attitudes toward themselves and school. Guidelines for physical activity for children. Here are some general guidelines that are recommended by the National Association for Sport and Physical Education. Elementary school children should accumulate at least 30 to 60 minutes of developmentally appropriate physical activity in all or most days of the week. An accumulation of more than 60 minutes and up to several hours per day of developmentally appropriate activities is encouraged for children. Some of the child's activity each day should be in periods lasting 10 to 15 minutes or more that include moderate to vigorous activity. Typically, this activity should be intermittent and should alternate with brief periods of rest and recovery. Extended periods of inactivity are discouraged for children, and a variety of physical activities is recommended. good. Key points. We definitely have a problem in this country with inactivity and obesity among children, adolescents, and adults. Fitness is comprised of 4 physiological components. There are many physiological and psychological benefits of being physically active. There are specific guidelines of physical activity for children. And that's it